That is, I forgot to record. Okay, these are the 3 factors that contribute. Let me see if I can share screen. Okay, don't worry, if you've never been to Accra, all of us, you're all from the village. Okay, all of us are from the village and we are here. Nobody comes from Accra. If you are from Accra, you are not from Greater Accra. You are from some village and you've come here. We are all from village. Nobody is from town here. Okay. So I talk about the physical factors. I talk about what the historic factors, and I talk about the socio-economic factors. Okay. Let's look at some areas in Ghana that are densely populated and areas that are sparsely populated. Okay. So the northeastern corner, around the Frafra, areas of Boko and Bogatanga. I understand why this space is kind of densely populated. Okay. Yes, because there's a school project ongoing. You have a church over here. Reverend Isu church is here. So most of people go over there. They hear.
No, careful.
Huh?
Yeah. Many years school.
Madam, we have studied. So you're looking at these areas that are densely populated. And I mentioned Boko and Wagatanga. Okay. We have so many projects ongoing. We have schools, even though the population does not match up with like those at Kumasi and Accra. But if you compare some other cities and other towns, you could see that Wagatanga is densely populated. Okay, so around Tamale, the Gonja areas. I went to Tamale last vacation. That was my first time going there. The place is only motorbikes. I saw only 2 private cars, motorbikes in Kwan, and you can see people every day. So that place is also densely populated. Okay, yes. And we have the forest area. The forest area, looking at part of Brungahafo, then part of Western region. Okay, yes. Not every part of Western region is densely populated. The southern part where you go to Sekendi and Takwadi is quite populated. The northern part is also quite populated. And we have the BA2, part of BA is also densely populated. The Sunyane, Techiman area is kind of densely populated because you go to Techiman, for instance, because of yam, most of the yams that you eat here, they come from Techiman. Yes, and most of the food crops are from these areas. You're looking at the coastal belt. We are looking at Accra. Most of us are here. Okay, you're looking at Tema. Yeah, Tema there is densely populated. And we're looking at East Legon, DB4 Crew. So DB Town. All these are densely populated. One, University 2 is here. So the university is a whole community, and the place is very, very populated. Yes. Go to cycle and hear the phone call. So these are some densely populated areas. So we have sparsely populated areas or areas with less population. Yes, please. Let me see if I can zoom it. You're not seeing it well. Eh? Okay. Okay. So the northwestern corner, Wa, Laura Corridor, and Kusasi, this place, I don't know, we have the Volta region too, yes. The Volta region, that place too is quite densely populated, getting to the southern part of Volta region.
Hello, boss.
Yes.
The Kusasa, that's under Boku municipality.
Come again.
That the Kusa, the word you pronounce and you say you don't know that. No, that's from Zebila to Boku. That's the Kusasa land.
Oh, okay. 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 Thank you very much. So I learned that place.
Where they are feeling new.
So I learned that place is quite densely populated because we have people going over there to work too. Yes, why is populated and Kusas, Laura is these are popular towns. Okay, I heard about them when I was around 2 years. So we have regions of low populated areas. One is the Tumuga. Okay, I'm asking, hey, so why is it that this place is densely or sparsely populated? Okay, yeah, Tumuga. Let me see if I Tumuga. Let's see if I can get some information on the Tumuga. I can share with you. Is anyone with any information on Tumuga? I think it's one in the Upper West. Anybody from Tumu here? Okay. I think one reason why the places people don't go there because of maybe the weather condition or something. And it's close to Burkina Faso. Maybe looking at other factors beside the place being too overwarm or too warm. Okay. Okay, let's look at last part. Factors influencing high population density in Ghana. Historical factors. Okay, good. Historical factors. Fertile soils.
I don't have a question.
Please, unmute yourself. Historical factors. This one, I've talked about it already. Because I'm to the fertile soils. Okay, good. We believe that we have enough fertile soil to farm, so we need to give birth. But then as of now, this point is actually losing because we are coming to school, we are getting educated, and we are getting to understand that you don't give birth to children to go and work. So it's a factor, even though fertile soil is a factor, but then it works in other regions. But gradually we are working on what we have what we call the mineral resources. It's also a factor why our population is increasing. Now we have what we call there's a lady who was arrested about 2 days ago, that Chinese woman. Yes, she came here, she was arrested and deported. She went to change the name, went through Ivory Coast.
Aisha.
And she started working Obaja Chine, meaning that is Aisha was arrested. So because of the mineral deposit that we have in Ghana, people are trooping in. When we go to the transportation in second Takwadi, after this session, I'll touch on it. And if I'm tired, we will close. If I'm not tired, we will continue. Looking at the mineral deposits around these areas, it pulled these people around. Okay, looking at that's why Aquatia, Obuasi, and those people go over there not because they want to go over there, but because of the mineral deposits to just go and then explore because of businesses. Now people go to Sekendi Takwade. I know you're all very much aware, not because they want to go there, but because something is happening. Okay, but because of the mineral resource available to them, they can go over there and then they will get a job to do. Okay. Presence of what industrial manufacturing activities. We are looking at why these areas are populated. Though. The reason why Tema is quite populated, Takrady, Kumasi, is because these cities or these places are the cities in Ghana. Any other, apart from these ones, is a town. So where you come from is not here. That means you come from town, you don't come from city. Yes. So Accra, Tematakwade, Kumasi, these are the major cities that commercial activities are ongoing and they are booming. Okay. Hey, you can't hear me. Is it true?
Oh, boy.
Okay. Because of what? Another point is, please, are you following? Industrial manufacturing activities, presence of infrastructure
The
facilities.
room is it's funny. That's why I'm also laughing.
Okay. So when it comes to the infrastructure facilities,
Oh, why not? Don't say that.
hey, okay. Hey, madam, slow. Let's continue. So presence of what infrastructure facilities? You're talking about schools, hospitals, electricities. Now, when you go to some villages, they don't have these things. They don't have good schools. Ghana here, all the good schools are in Kumasi, Greater Accra, and Cape Coast, or let me say Central Region. The other regions, they don't really have good schools. Okay, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but most of these big facilities and big
Who
schools.
told you?
Okay, most of these big hospitals, we have Kolebu Teaching Hospital, we have Konfanaji Teaching Hospital, we have University of Ghana in Accra, we have KNUST in Kumasi. So all the big cities, all the big schools and big companies, Hubbles, Charlie, they are found in these towns. They are more in towns. So we have what we call commercial activities. Sorry, transport activities. Okay. Transport and communication. Okay, if a question comes here, you can tackle it. Okay, I've heard you. Yeah, let me speed up so that we can go to the transport when it comes to the secondary tackle the part two. So we have commercial activities, talking about trade. People are able to, if you go to these centers and you sell, people buy. Administrative functions. Okay, when you talk about administrative functions, you're talking about if I want visa, if I want passport, if I want this, will I get it? If I want to make, let's say, Ghana card, my place, will I get a place to do it? So we have government agencies in certain areas that are able to do all these things, and people prefer to live around these areas so that at least when they need something, they can access it easily. That's what I mean by education questions. So that is all about how do you call it? That is all about transport population. Okay, let's move on to the second D. So second D is what you call the oil city. With how many of you come from second D here? I've never been to that place. Because of what I've learned, I'll go there.
Yawaha.
I do.
Okay.
Please, are you done with the population?
Yes. Hey.
Oh, I'd like to ask a question, please.
Okay. Ask a question. But these are things that we know already. Sex distribution, early marriages, and all that. Okay, please ask.
Economic factors.
Can you come again with your question, please?
From the fiscal, historical.
Okay.
Please, I was saying that apart from the socioeconomic, fiscal, and historical factors, can you see the death rate, and migration as also factors for population growth?
Wow.
These are factors influencing population growth. Okay, let me go out and then this is factors influencing high population density in Ghana. So why is it that some places are densely populated than the other? That is what you're looking at. But what you're saying is a general term, saying that the whole population is growing. That one is a different angle. That question is even from the one that I discussed. So that's where you look at the birth rates. So you look at age of marriage, sex distribution of population. You look at early marriages, women education, and all that. So sociocultural factors, age of marriages, sex distribution, polygamy, and all that. Okay, these are factors that contribute to population growth, not the population density. The first one we discussed, we are looking at why some places are densely populated than the other. But the question that you asked, you're looking at how or why do our population continue to grow in general, not with reference to a particular area, but in general terms. Please, are you okay?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, so let's quickly move on to the my bro. I'm stuck for my bread. I'm tired.
Hey, Marissa, we did Jaisa. Hey.
Let's continue. The next topic I want us to look at is to look at secondary tackle. I'll quickly go through it. I said, how many of you are from the city here? I mean, the oil city. Okay, you are from the town. You are actually giving Ghana hope. I cry hard here. Hey, please, if you are learning, this is not a massaging center. Someone is asking somebody if you need a massage. Please, we beg you. We have a paper tomorrow. We need a massage. If you're sending the person privately, it is here. You've all seen it. We beg you. So let's look at secondary takrade. Okay. Secondary takrade and how it has developed. So we all watch a video, right? Good. We all watch a video when the man showed to us about how the people have actually lost their land because of these things. But then the question that they may ask is, what is the contribution of the discovery of oil at secondary takrade? Or they can go further to ask you about the challenges that the oil discovery has brought to the local people within the locality or within the community. I hope you are writing. So the importance or the significance of the oil discovery to the people of Takrade or even in Ghana in general, or the challenges of the oil discovery. And I hope you know some of the challenges. Some of the challenges, let me see if I can get some for you. Increase in the cost of living, okay? Unemployment, the structural unemployment. I mean, people, the skills available doesn't match up with the people who are there. So we have a lot of people at Takrade, but you need to be experienced to work at the harbor. You need to get a degree, like how we are reading geography. When we are done, we can go and work in the oil field because you are little familiar with these things, with how machines and with how things work. I mean, at least you have a little knowledge when it comes to this. But somebody who has never been to school, I just didn't go to mine. So there's an increase in the waste in the locality too. So the first one I said increase in the cost of living, unemployment, and the unemployment type is structural unemployment. Okay. Increase in waste, low power outage. Most of the power are being channeled to these projects and how do you call it? The oil firms so that they can power them. Tadi, those of you, Tadi, do you experience lights out more often? I have not been there before. Maybe those who are from the village are those. Increase in social vices. Okay, increase in social vices. I mean, that's where all the parties, all the jams and everything. I know all of you are good boys and we are all good girls here. So maybe we're not involved in some of these things. But I tell you, when I go over there, we have the bad parts of the oil discovery. People do all negative things over there. I mean, if you want a prostitute or a for. They say they polish it, and they call it lateness. So if you want them, go back there, you get them. Want are the bad boys who you can hire to go and do all the negative things, to go and pay you, to go and do all the noise, you get them. And then one other thing you can talk about is the indigenous people losing their land. Okay, it's a problem in the locality as a result of the oil discovery. So all these are challenges with regards to oil discovery. But when you talk about the importance to, I hope we can give points. Yes, the oil actually help. It's actually created. And I told you, if you give these challenges, you need to find a way of solving the problems. Please don't forget. Good. The significance too, we are looking at how the oil has actually boosted Ghana's economy. Looking at how, even though people are not getting work, it has still opened doors for people. Looking at how the monies from the oil is being used to develop the town. Looking at how the oil has actually driven a lot of investors and foreigners into the economy. Looking at how the oil discovery is helping us to, somebody has sent a message. Okay, I'll go over the challenges for you, but I hope you are following when it comes to, no. Okay, yes, please, I'll slow down. Don't worry. This one, I don't have a slide. I actually made a note from the documentary that we watched. I made a note from it. So we are looking at how the oil has actually helped people, the significance in terms of employment, how it has helped Ghana as economy. Okay, in terms of revenue generation, how it has actually, I hope you're writing, so revenue, employment, and then how it has driven investors to the country or to the country and that particular town, how it has promoted development. Okay, if you go there, the roads are length, the roads are being built. I'm sure it's now more planning yet, but now they are doing it for them. Okay, so all these are important or the benefits the society or the community actually what benefit. I learned they even give some scholarships to people from those regions. Some of you are benefiting from it. Those from those areas, I mean, the Western region, they give you scholarships because of the oil discovery. All these are important. And then there were challenges. Please, I'm going over there. One, I said increase in cost of living. So things are now expensive. Of course, if foreigners are coming in, what do you expect? People are going to hijack prices and then be selling at abnormal prices. So increase in cost of living. And then unemployment. And I said that this kind of unemployment is what we call structural unemployment. It means we have a lot of people who want a job to do, but the skills doesn't match with the job available. So before you can work in the oil firm, you need some skills. You need to know one or two, but these people don't have it. So we call it structural unemployment, where the available skills doesn't match up with the kind of people available. Okay. So we have increase in waste. Yes. Anytime people are there, you have some people who eat and drop it by the wayside. Even they go and hear people still do it. Yes, they will eat and drop it around. Low power outage. Low power outage. Yes. Also the power for the electricity are used into what? Refining the oils and drilling the oil. So up to now, some people still experience what we call power outage. And then increase in social vices. Increase in social vices. Okay, lots of farmlands. Yeah, that was the last one I talked about. People were losing their lands. So another point is increase in social vices among the youth. Increase in social vices. Yeah, the bag because it's here. And then like somebody said, loss of farmlands and even the local people were losing their lands. The land could be used for farming or that. So these are challenges that it came with, and I hope when it comes, you'll be able to do it. Okay, the transportation Oh, that one is very, very cheap. Is there any question? Should we do one last session?
Yes, I think you haven't done the tourism or.
Okay. So you want us to hold one last session?
Yeah, for the tourism.
Okay. Is there any question on what you've done so far? Any question? So we are all fine. Okay. In that case, then you will jump to the last one that we want to do, which is the tourism. Tourism. Let me see if I could show the screen. But the meeting will end very soon. So once it ends, we join for the last session. I'll try to use 15 minutes to wrap it up so that I rest, you also rest. Any questions so far? Who hasn't learned anything?
Hello.
Yes.
Please, can you please elaborate more on the high cost of living?
So thank you. There's a high cost of living because people move into the economy or people move into the town. Now the population soars or it goes up. Now, anytime there's a high concentration of people, there's a high demand for the goods and services within that place. So what happens is that people will try to what? Because there's a high demand, the price of the goods and services will go up. So the cost of living over there becomes expensive. Perfect. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
The high cost of living is linked with the demand for the goods and services because people are trooping in, they are going to demand for goods and services, which would end up shifting the prices up. It's just basic concept of demand and supply. So it ends, we join for the last session and we are done. Thank you.
Please, if by any chance you have the exam